It's that time of year again. Yes, it is. If you're like me, I'm a planner. I like to have a plan. Even if I don't follow it, I like to think that I have a plan. And so this year, I have set up my 2024 canning plan. Yes, I have. Hello, everybody, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and we are all about pantry preparedness. Every year, at this time of year, when I do that inventory right before January, I put together a canning plan for the upcoming year. I do tend to follow it. For the most part, I do tend to follow it, but I do also add in a few things as I go. But off the top of my head, I thought that I would share with you guys my canning plan, what I'm planning to can for 2024. In addition to that, there's a link down below where you can download a blank version of this and you can make your own canning plan, put it in your notebook. So for 2024, the one thing for sure is that I have different sources for what I'm putting in my jars. I have the garden, I have the farmer's market, I have feed things that I get from the store, and then I have, you know, the stuff that I just go out and get. So in the canning plan, I have the date, and you know, that's going to be dependent on the time of year that they all come. What I'm actually canning, where I'm planning to source it from if I know already, and then how many I'm planning on doing. Because just saying, I'm going to can chicken. No. How much chicken are you going to can? Well, it's ugly chicken, so can all of it, okay? But starting right at the top, I'm looking at salsa. I am out of salsa already, so I have to make some more. So I am looking forward to having a bunch of tomatoes and making a whole bunch of salsa. So I am actually planning on probably about 3 cases of salsa, 36 pints, and I'll be putting that up from the produce in the garden. I also am totally loving my no-tell rotel, right? So I'm planning on putting up a couple cases of that, and I will no longer be purchasing any version of it from the store ever again. Now, beans. I don't can a lot of beans anymore, but I do like having chili beans on hand, and I like having black beans on hand because those are good. We use them all the time. So I'm going to do 12 pints of chili beans and 18 pints of black beans. If I end up going through them sooner, it'll give me something to do, you know. Ugly chicken, ugly beef, ugly pork. Those are my 3 main proteins on the shelf back here. And I am going to backfill those. So like right now, if a sale comes up on chicken, normally the sale has been here by now, and it's not. It has not happened. So I don't think I'm getting my 99-cent chicken this year. The best price so far I've seen is $1.29, and probably sometime in January, I will take some of that savings and move it over and go buy a bunch of chicken and can it up. You know, just add it to the shelves someplace. But right now, that's the chicken that I'm looking at. I've got 2022 and 2023 up there. I've got the last little bit of 2022. And then the rest is chicken that I canned this year. I have to move that. So I want to get some 2024 chicken up there also. So I'm going to backfill that. There is no cap in my mind other than space. So if I make the space, I will put a chicken in there. That's the goal. And then the same with the ugly beef and the ugly pork. I'm pretty good. I'm totally good on canned sausage. I am using more of the canned beef roast because it's good. So I probably will be looking for roast deals, you know, beef deals of some kind to be able to put in jars. But that's not as cheap as chicken and pork. So we are definitely going to be watching sales on that one. The other one that I'm going to do is the Mississippi pork roast because that is a huge favorite around here. And I want to put up 18 quarts this year of Mississippi pork roast. I only have a few left. Soups have been my lifesaver for the last year. Soups are, honey, I don't feel like cooking because I don't feel like cooking. And so he gets soup. And it works out really good. Ham and bean soup, split pea soup, chicken soup, mushroom beef soup, unstuffed pepper soup. Those are, I'm going to do 18 quarts of each of those because I'm already getting ready to do my second run of split pea and ham soup. So, I'll be doing 18 quarts of those to make sure that we get through an entire year. Now, I do have on my list, it says, Canuary mystery, right? I'm not going to tell you what those are, but watching Canuary. So I'm going to be doing 18 quarts and 7 quarts. Then as far as vegetables go for next year, I do need to restock my mushrooms. I didn't do any last year with everything going on, and so I'm getting precariously low on my shrooms, baby. So I'm going to get a couple cases of mushrooms from my dealer at the farmer's market. It's not necessarily a good, a great, super great price, but they're good mushrooms, and they come in a case format for me, so I don't have all that extra packaging. I hate that stuff. I am going to can up another 25-pound bag of carrots next fall, absolutely. Beets from the garden, because I'm going to successfully grow beets, period. And green beans, all the green beans from the garden. Peppers. I discovered that I'm really good at growing peppers. So I'm going to do pickled peppers. I'm going to backfill our pickled peppers. And I am going to use a bunch of them in different recipes, like the unstuffed pepper soup, that kind of thing. So peppers are definitely going. Pasta sauce. Like, the garden is going to be producing all of my tomato stuff next year. The salsa, the rotel, and the pasta sauce is all coming from the garden, and I'm super excited about it. As some of you know, every August, Phil and I go blueberry picking. And this year, I'm like, I'm not eating as much, so we're not going to pick as much. I normally get like 45 pounds of blueberries every year. And I only got 36, I think, 32 or 36, and we're almost out of blueberries. And August is a long ways off. So I'm going to be picking an absurd amount of blueberries in August. And from that, I will be making blueberry pie filling, because it's good. I know how to bribe my neighbors. And I also want to make apple pie filling and peach pie filling. I want to do 12 quarts of each of those. That is more than sufficient to get us through the year. And considering I don't eat it, Phil does. He'll eat less. And the neighbors will gain weight. It's a good thing. I also want to make all things apples. So applesauce I'm going to be putting up. And I discovered my love of pear sauce. Just like applesauce, except it's pears. And I don't like having the cinnamon and stuff in there, like you do with apple butter or pear butter. That I don't care for it. But I love having pear sauce. So I am planning on canning up some pear sauce. So that is a beginning jumping off point of my canning plan for 2024. And if you like planning as much as I like planning, I love planning. The link is down below so that you can download a blank one of these forms, fill it out, tuck it in your notebook, and see what you can accomplish by actually following a plan. I'm sure that this is not all of it, but because I have diversified the different parts of my pantry, the one thing every year I have gotten away from more and more of the store-bought foods, right? So I'm still dwindling through the refried beans commercially that we get. And my goal is to make it so that I have the pinto beans on the shelf to make my own refried beans moving forward. The pears that are there, I'm hoping to can my own if I can find them. It's really, pears are just so finicky. But it's my goal to start dwindling down even more of the commercially bought items that we have. But between the freeze-dried and the dry goods and the home canned stuff, and then supplementing what I need to with the commercially canned items, I have a pretty diverse pantry, so that's why the vegetables are as limited as they are, But it's all good because none of that includes like the freezing. I have zucchini in the freezer. I have a ton of peppers in the freezer that I need to make pepper jelly out of for some friends. And, all of that fun stuff. But what can go in jars, I will put in jars. And the rest of it, I will supplement in the other quadrants in my pantry. What is on your canning plan? What are the things that you absolutely must have on your canning plan? Drop it in the comment section down below, because everyone gets ideas from everyone else, and you might trigger something in my head and go, oh God, I got to add that to it. I got to do that too. So let's help each other build up an amazing canning plan for 2024, and let's can it. If you want to see more about stocking your pantry, check out this video right here. And until next time, everybody, be safe.